Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Draw With Me, where we put 10 minutes on the clock and try and draw as much as possible. Now, the challenge is completely up to you, so whether you are drawing heads, torsos, full body with crayons, pencils, pens, Sharpie, it does not matter. It is completely up to you as long as you are pushing yourself within those 10 minutes to draw faster and to just increase your ability in drawing. Now, we are going to continue with X-Men as we will for the entire month of March, and today's character is none other than Magneto. Now, Magneto has a ton of reference, but just in case you don't know how to draw them, go ahead and pause this video and grab your reference as well as your materials, and when you are ready, come on back and we will be waiting. Alright, well, welcome back. And we're going to go ahead and put 10 minutes on the clock and get started in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so Magneto, evil mutant numero uno, right? So we know that Magneto is the #1 bad guy for X-Men, but also the, longtime friend of Professor X. And they used to work together, they tried to do things, they both have the same, technically, they still have, they share the same ideals, right? But they definitely go about it differently, completely differently. And it's really interesting to watch how, like, with the stories as they progress, how, like, eventually Magneto joins Professor X and then leaves, the X school, and then he becomes like a teacher, and then he comes back. It's really interesting to see how the progression of Magneto actually is, right? Because we all know, or at least most of us know. Okay, so let's see, we gotta try it. Most of us know his story, right? And I'm gonna go, so this goes in front, but underneath. So it's like, all right, so we got his nose here. This is gonna be the hard part, right? Is trying to get Magneto, because you don't actually, right? You don't actually see it. It comes underneath. His nose probably protrudes just a little bit. We're gonna bring this down here. Sorry, I'm just, once again, the whole idea of being able to get understanding like a mask or a helmet, and how much do you actually see when it comes to it, like what exactly is there and what isn't there. So we know that this comes out like that, one comes out there, then we've got this that comes out like so, and then wraps itself, right? So like that. And then we got their helmet, and then we've got another one that comes down like so. There's one that comes in like so, right? And we had another one that pops up like this, and I think we have another one here, right? And so there you go. There's like Magneto's helmet, but it looks really odd, right? Because well, the weird thing is that it actually protrudes beyond his nose. So, it's like, wait a minute, wait. Right? And so you're always like contemplating whether or not that helmet, is actually, anything. I don't know. Like, I'm confused. That's all I got. Yeah. As far as the helmet goes, it's like, how is it supposed to go, right? How in the world is it supposed to be there? And then here, this thing, right? And so we all know how much I love to stick around on things that don't need to be there, like the costuming and stuff. Like, I'll stick to it for far too long, so we're trying to speed up that process a little bit. All right, because I think this would come more like so. That will come out like that, and we'll Bring that up. All right, I have no, oh wait, and this would like here. Okay, I think that's as good as it's gonna get. Okay, so back to Magneto, right? Magneto, I think, is one of the more complicated characters when it comes to the X-Men, because, you know, he has been wronged in so many ways, and then he's just like, I just want to be, you know, free. I want to be, I don't want to be feared, right? I just want a place to where I can live in peace and with the other people who are like me. I want to live in peace with them, and you guys are over here hunting me, right? And he's like, I just want peace. Just leave me alone, right? Give me a space to where I can be by myself or with my own people, you know? And like I said, he goes, I think the big issue is that he goes about it the wrong way in this instance, right? Because he's like, I will just take what I want by force. And that normally never works out the way that we hope. So, you know, it's like, I don't think that's gonna work the way you had anticipated it working. And it's generally the way that it happens, right? Because people don't like the idea of being bossed around and stuff like that. So why would they agree to this new thing that they don't know about and fear, to just allow them to do their own thing, right? Even if they did manage to get like kind of their own space, nobody would trust them. And I think that was a great episode on the cartoon where they kind of took over their own island. You know, the island of Genosha. It was a prison at first, but then they took it over and they're like, this is our space. And then people were like, don't know if we can trust you guys there, you know, because you might be plotting. So no matter what happens, there's always mistrust. And so it's just it was really interesting, like I said, and I think that he's one of the more complicated characters, and I think that's why I like him so much, is because he is a complicated character and has, you know, just a lot, like, just you look at him and he's like, man, it's like you've been tortured, you know, you've been beaten up, all these things that have been bad, right? And then you're just like, man, I do kind of feel bad for you. But then he comes in again and you're just like, oh, but you shouldn't be trying to destroy, don't come in here and try and destroy us and all that kind of good things, you know? So it's just fun watching his story go from good guy to bad guy, or I mean bad guy to good guy and then good guy to bad guy. And then watching him, watching him transform from time to time, you know, like, oh, I'm gonna continue to be a bad guy, I'm gonna be a good guy again. You know, he comes in just good guy, bad guy. And then I think the biggest shock was when Cyclops kind of took over what he was doing, right? And I think there's a part in a comic where he even goes, you know, you've done better at what I wanted to do than I ever could. And I think that was something that was really important, because you're like, wait a minute, that's you know, that's Cyclops. Like, he's supposed to be one of the good ones. And then, you know, he's just like, yeah, but you guys are up here trying to kill us, and I don't like that anymore. So it's just, like I said, it's just interesting watching that transition happen. So I really did enjoy it. I'm gonna come in. There we go. I'm gonna round that out a little bit. don't think Magneto wants to be number 2 in the in the line, right? I think that I'm not going to be able to finish it solely because there's so much going on. And I had to constantly look at his, his thing too, like his outfit. But we're gonna keep trying. Or we're gonna keep going. Let's put it like that. We're just gonna keep going, trying to make sure we get as far as possible. Right? Magneto. So I'm more of a villains character. Like I love the villains. And so I wonder, do you guys like villains or are you all good guys? Right? You're like, no, I only like the good guys because they're the good guys. Or do you come in sometimes and be like, that bad guy right there? All right, so as you can see, I did not finish, but I think we did get far enough, especially messing around with the helmet, trying to figure out how I wanted that to look. I think next time I would draw it a little bit different, pull stuff back maybe. I don't know, right? Maybe try and find some more reference of side shots of Magneto. But I think that we did all right. Not too bad, not great, but we didn't finish. But if you did, congratulations. If you didn't, don't worry about it. You're in good company because I didn't finish it either. But no matter what you did, whether you made it or didn't, would love to see how far you got in the progress that you're making. So head on over to my Discord channel. The link is in the description below, and come join our community. We'd love to have you. Now, if you're new to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified every single time that I drop new content. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you at the next episode.